Listen, this is pretty good, but come on, pistachios and raisins.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
Like soaked in Stella?
Yeah.
Give me a break.
And a caper stuck in my throat.
One more time.
Welcome everybody, I'm Chef Rob Rossi.
And I'm Chef Craig Harding. Welcome to the Best Night In.
We're gonna show you how you can make any night in the best night in by taking classic dinners to the next level.
The best part is we're gonna cook the same dish, but elevate them in our own ways. That's one dish, two ways. Today we're showing you our takes on the stuffing for roasted chickens. And we're gonna complement these dishes by pairing them with Stella Artois. Now I'm gonna do a pistachio and golden raisin stuffing.
And I'll be doing a cremini mushroom stuffing.
Let's get right into this stuffing. And I wanna start with some extra virgin olive oil. You gotta get a little kind of allium going, whether it's shallot or onion. I really like these kind of simple Spanish onions. Next, I'm gonna roll into this garlic. One of my favorite things is cooking with raisins. And in this case, we've soaked them in Stella Artois. So they're gonna be very plump, really juicy. So any sugars or any sweetness that have kind of come out of the onions cooking are now brought up from the bottom of the cast iron. The last thing, which is gonna add another crazy little depth of flavor, is capers. They're briny, they're very bold. It's going to add a really interesting quality to this dish. Kosher salt, just a pinch, and some fresh cracked black pepper. Now that I've got all my ingredients in here for the stuffing base, I'm gonna cook it for about 2 minutes, and I'm gonna set it aside and give it a chance to cool down.
Craig, I love the soaked raisins. It's a great little trick.
Thanks, bud.
Okay, so for the cremini stuffing, start off with a little bit of olive oil, and we have some shallots. That's gonna go in, get the sweetness out of it. I've got some fantastic cremini mushrooms. These are diced up. They're gonna go in as well. Add a little bit of salt and pepper. That's gonna help them kind of cook down as well. And it smells amazing, I love it. So the mushrooms have cooked down a little bit. We got some of the water out of them. Now's the time to add panko. That's gonna soak up all those flavors. And we're just gonna let this cook down for maybe a minute or two and just kind of develop its flavor a little bit.
So now it's time to get into finishing off this stuffing. Our base, beautifully done. Let's get into the components. Sourdough bread, I'm gonna add it to 1 egg that's been whisked. And from there, these beautiful shelled pistachios toasted and chopped. Fresh parsley, and for a beautiful citrus note, a zest of 1 lemon. So now it's time to add in our chilled stuffing base. Always seasoning, salt and pepper. There's herbal notes, there's lemon in here. Obviously the onions and the garlic are coming through. The egg yolk helps the whole thing bind a little bit. This is perfect, perfect, perfect. This is about a 2-kilo bird. And these ingredients that I'm using, they're not fancy, they're all readily accessible. Most people don't think about chickens as being stuffed. They're usually thinking turkeys and whatnot, but honestly, it really gets it to the next level. This bird is dressed and ready to impress. Rob, what do you got?
Let's do it, let's rock this out. Okay, we're gonna start off with 1 egg. We have some beautiful sage, also have some fresh thyme, lemon zest, and we have our cooled stuffing. And we're gonna add just a little bit of salt and a touch of pepper. Beautiful. All right, it's time to elevate this chicken even further. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna loosen the skin underneath the breast. This is a great opportunity to use this stuffing underneath the skin. It's gonna add so much flavor to the breast, keep the skin very crispy, and it's gonna allow the chicken to stay very moist. Just gonna push that in there, don't be shy with it. Once this goes in the oven and all that flavor starts to come out of it, it's gonna be amazing.
Rob, I'm not one to compliment you often,
You're
but
not, no.
I will tell you and admit that this looks really delicious. I think It's a great technique. And I like how it's glossed up. I gotta do the same.
Absolutely, it's gonna get the skin really crispy. I'll take a little bit more too.
Yeah, have a little more.
Chickens love that.
At this point, our ovens are set to 375. I think these are ready to go in. I don't know, Rob, this is the moment we've been waiting for.
Come on, you know that's gonna be amazing. Chicken and mushrooms, plus I made it.
This is pretty good, but come on, pistachios and raisins.
Okay, I'll give it a shot, I'll give it a shot.
Like soaked in Stella,
Yeah.
Give me a break.
No, you're absolutely correct. I think the raisins and the capers is pretty amazing. So Craig, we're pairing this with Stella Artois. It's a great pairing for these roasted chickens. Slight bitterness, refreshing finish. It's a perfect way to cleanse the palate.
And now it's your turn to let us know which dish you'd rather make. And you can find them at foodnetwork.ca.
Brought to you by Stella Artois.